So now we can contact them and see if we can be friends, and maybe they won't attack me right now. Social 2, social 11, shoot Starbright, you're the one. I need the beacon up, actually. I do need it. I forgot. I'm very forgetful right now. Just throw it up there, that's fine. Yeah, because you can contact them. 300 close to trade beacons. I think that'll give me 15. So we'd be giving up 600 silver, which is fine. I'm okay with that. You guys are, yeah, waiting up before attacking. Dragonfly is considered a hunter. Let's take you off hunting. Because you are melee, not shooting. And because you're melee, let's give you that normal plasteel knife. Or the good club. 12 damage, 3-second cooldown, 10 damage, 1-second cooldown, much higher DPS on the knife. There we go. Can we haul that real quick? There you go. Excellent. Okay. Jack's working on that beacon with 50 steel. He's got enough in one carry. Just throw down the components and there you go. We got it, Judith. Get over there. We might be able to prevent this attack, though they came in hostile. I don't know how it's gonna work. Only 13 goodwill. Damn. There, we're neutral now though. Woohoo! Disconnect. So we're neutral. They're not hostile. Tensions have warmed. Nice. I don't think they're gonna attack us anymore. Oh, thank goodness. Though we could have handled it. They're all range. It's when there's a shitload of melee that's a problem. Gray would have been able to... Well, he's got a decent steel spear. He would have been a bitch to melee. He's not very good at melee though. We may have had a chance with him. And then the others would have been focusing on the turrets. As well as Gray actually. May have been able to just shoot Gray because the melee tends to go for the turrets as well. And then usually the turrets would blow up and damage them, but now they're smart enough to try to run away from them and blah. Don't matter. Whatever. Okay. Well that's my biggest fear handled. This room is incredibly ugly. Because it's all sort of just crammed in there. But oh well. I mean literally ugly, not... Well, it might be ugly to them. Yeah, it's pretty ugly to them too. It's very dirty. Construction will do that. Ooh, and people trading. Nice. Starbright needs his asthma treatment. Yeah, you need more than that, I'm afraid. Whoops. What am I doing? Turn these on. We might be able to just keep that room on and active. Consuming berries with your not stomach. Okay, go ahead and handle that real fast. And then Dr. Uwas, we're gonna need you down here. Excellent. Okay, resting. Cool. Turn that on, turn that on. Nice. They began, but then they left right away. Good. It did work. Wasn't positive. No, treat him. There you go. Treat him. He is still set for not using medicine. Everybody else will set for using the best quality medical care. I still wish this pertained to specific injuries, so you just like right click an injury and be like bam. So asthma whenever that pops up. Ooh, major asthma. Shit. I wonder if that's going to turn into extreme asthma and like kill you one day. I hope not. You need sleep, but trade with them real quick. We'll sell the weapons. Because we still have a Pila that we can haul. Dragonfly, quickly, haul it. peril and darkness because it's night out. Come on. Disturbed sleep, ugly environment. Okay. Pessimist, disturbed sleep, slept in the cold. Shouldn't be too bad in these rooms now. I think we got all the vents up except this one, but it's still vented. Alright, surprisingly, this is working out pretty well. It needs 100 watts. Train usage high, so I don't think this is really helping much, but if we get a couple more generators in there, it might work out pretty well. Maybe. Go for installing those. And Tesca Combotona is now sending a single lone trader toward me. Green thumb, hard worker, abrasive. If I was an idiot, I could try to capture you and take you hostage and completely ruin our relationship with the people I just spent good money to become friendly with. However, they might also, they might fight each other. No, never mind. Everybody hates Strife Rig, not Tesca Combotona. Damn. That can happen though, a little bit of infighting going on if you have two factions that are hostile with each other but friendly with you, come by for trading with you, and then they encounter each other and just like an epic fight on your lawn. It's kind of fun when it happens. This fucking monkey. Are you anybody's pet? I might just kill you. I'm really considering just slaughtering you. You don't have a master. I don't think you're anybody's pet. But you're bonded with Jack. Slaughtering it anyway. Fueled stove. I mean, we may as well go fueled. We may as well go fueled. Because in that way, when the power goes out, we can still cook. Usually have a nice stockpile of food set up anyway. But we'll slaughter the monkey. Well, maybe we'll trade the monkey actually. Cancel. We'll see if we can sell the animal instead of slaughtering it and give it a better home. A home that'll actually kind of want it, maybe, possibly. Just double checking conduit. I'm really paranoid about that right now because I've been doing a really bad job with things as of late. Looks like we're okay though. I might need more power. I could utilize this little empty area here and put a couple solar panels. I think I'm alright for now though. So I think I've got everything kind of sort of built that I want to build. I think I'm okay with having Uras go out and hunt now. So I'll have you do that. Jack Sprat, don't worry about it. Uras will hunt it. You got the personal defense weapon. Nice. So these elk, hunt. The buffalo, hunt. I could try to tame them and like get a farm going, but I'll worry about that later. And then Judith, whenever you decide to wake up, I'll have you talk to Scorpion. First, before you eat, oh god, I'd like to talk to them today, please. Stomach missing is really annoying. Somebody at some point will come around. Trade ships, often, especially slave ships, sell organs, so I can eventually buy a stomach. Or I could harvest a stomach off of somebody else, but we all colony-wide get a moodlet that lasts like a week for harvesting organs from prisoners. Which is pretty irritating. A polearm tipped with a sharp point for stabbing opponents in melee combat, but it's gold, so it's pretty soft and shitty, so it's not that great, but oh god, is it worth a lot. I thought maybe it'd be engraved. Sometimes you get weapons that are engraved. None of these are engraved. Fine. You are selling 23 fertilized chicken eggs, which is really cool. Really cool, in fact. I could see about getting a chicken farm, but again, I don't really have the space for it or the materials for it or anything for it. I'll sell that shitty club. That's really bad. 10 more silver. Thanks. Oh, right. Yeah, hauling steel. Watch out for that up here. We're hunting. Like, she just this heavy real quick. Haul the rest of it real fast so we don't run into an issue. Hopefully we kill them fast enough that they don't migrate in the way over here. Let's see. Man, really took a punishing. Look at that. 11 shots to the body. He took out its stomach bit. I'm getting them harvested. See, like, now I'm finally at that point that I should have been at a long while ago. But because we only had one person, everything is offset. But I feel like the mid and late game is still going to be the exact same. It's just everything else is a bit off. Just making sure we don't have a hunting accident. Seems to be doing okay. And they should give us enough leather. Maybe. Jack's cooking is only 2. Ooh, dragonfly's 4. Ooh, dragonfly. You're interested in it too. Dragonfly. Dragonfly, you cook. Jack, put that out back. Mind if you got nothing else to do. We're working on a stockpile of steel right now, I believe. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Dragonfly is interested in the cooking, so they'll get better at it because Jack, right now, when he butchers, everything's here. I love it. It's fantastic. And then you can click one, it tells you everything about it, the base value, what affects it, the skill, stat factors, interests, and stuff like that would be in there. The health, how important they are, it's everything. It's nice. But your butchering efficiency is only 80%, so a good 20% of what we would be getting is just wasted. Just gone. That applies to meat, hides, everything. However, Dragonfly is its skill of 4 instead of 2. So your efficiency is plus 5% because of that, so 85. But you're also interested, so you gain it 100%. Whereas then we got Uras, who's too smart. Who's going to get really good at shooting here pretty soon. Because, oh god, you're interested and it's too smart. So 80% on top of the 100%, so you're 180%. Which is a little better than Burning Passion. Promote on Uras, yeah, that's the other side of that coin, though. As you break easier. Very joy deprived. Are you sure hunting's not fun? What time do we got? It is 15th hour. I'll force a bit of joy into your life. There we go. Just for now. Leave it there. That's fine. Go joy. And the fueled stove. Add bill. There's 3 types of meals you can make. Simple meals are the, as you can imagine, the most basic. They only require 5 work, so they're really quick to do. But the nice thing is they only use 1 ingredient. That's the main thing. That's fine. That's fine. These require both raw meat and veg, and require 8 work, so they take a little longer to go, but it's a half and half type thing. And then lavish meal takes 14 work. It actually takes a somewhat noticeable amount of time to make, and requires meat and veg again, but it requires a lot more of each. Basically, it requires 2 meals worth of food per meal. Well, you get a pretty significant mood boost for doing lavish meals. But as the messages had popped up and said, you need somebody with a minimum cooking skill in order to handle that. So, yeah. So go ahead and use whatever. If I had a proper garden set up already and I was getting a nice flood of veg in, I would just go ahead and say clear all. No, not veg. Well, yeah, just veg. If I had a garden set up, and then I would save the meat, which is harder to get during winter, and save that then. But because I don't have that, we'll just reset that to default here. Yeah, because I don't have a garden, it just kind of, it is what it is. Just use whatever you can. Maintain 10. We have 4 people. So 2 meals per, they tend to eat, and then they'll pocket 1. We'll go until you have 8. That'll be alright. That's fine. And they'll put it in the freezer. Which is fine. Or will they? No, they won't. They'll put it out there. Which is also fine. I'm okay with that. I might also put wood and steel over here temporarily just to see. Just to see how well we can manage that. Get it out of here because it's pretty ugly. Actually, it looks nice. Oddly enough. Or no, it looks neutral. It's 0. The floor tiling is +2. Okay. Oh, that stool's 14 beauty. Hold the phone. We got a superior stool over here. 12 beauty, 0.6 comfort compared to everything else, which is like 0.5. Here's a good one at 0.55. Here's a poor one. 0.43. A shoddy one. 0.35. That's an awful stool. Ugh, that's horrible. It's so uncomfortable. So we'll just uninstall that. Reinstall this in over here eventually. We'll just put it next to it. That's fine. We'll switch these. Cancel. Reinstall that there. Cool. That stool, install it here. The comfortable stool for tailoring, so your comfort's up while tailoring. And also, can we reconnect you so you're not stretched across the entire room? No. That's why usually I have the entire room. Whatever, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's just a personal opinion, appearance type thing. Double check our home region just to fill it in a bit. People will not do any firefighting if it's not in the home region. So it's important to keep this in check. By default, there's an option right down here, the little house, that'll automatically apply a home region to things you build, but you're not going to want that if you do an outer wall. Because if you wall up, it'll put the home region just outside the wall too, as well as inside and on top of the wall. So if you're walled in, you might encounter somebody having to go out the front door and all the way up and around just to clean a little bit of blood or whatever. Because they think they have to. But there we go. Just in case we get like a thunderstorm or something like that and lightning strikes a nearby tree. Let's get up some more hunting because you actually handled that pretty quickly. There's no more hunting to be done because it's -60 and everything sort of left already. They'll be back. He's far away, but we'll go for a hunt on him. Buffalo's a cool thing to have. There's more elk up there. Do you need a little bit of elk? I guess I'll get somebody going with the tailoring right now. Put you back on work. Tailoring would be dragonfly. We'll do that. There is also a basic crafting thing that I could have done a while ago. You make just the really basic weaponry like bows especially, so if you need a ranged weapon, this will work. I could just put that just around here. Just in here actually might work. I guess. Just go for a couple short bows. Just like 2, maybe 3. Requires 40 wood. We got enough. Yeah, we got plenty to make a few. It's good crafting experience, if nothing else. So Dragonfly will have you as crafting 1 as well. And furniture, a couple wood equipment racks. Like that. Nice. As you can imagine, buffaloes are worth a lot of meat and leather and all that. They're really, really cool things. Female timber wolf that got fucked up by a wild boar that it had eaten, so it is bleeding out. I should keep an eye out for stuff like that that's bleeding out because it may eventually die. Ooh. It gets so cold at night that everything leaves, but I think during the day it might get just warm enough that things are spawning in. I don't know. They're too far away for me to hunt all of that, so I'll hold off on it for now. Matt Corey is showing up with items to trade. Okay. Uraz is mining? You mine when there's no hunting to do? Alright, that's cool. Cool. That's been dead for a day. It's missing a body part, so it's not worth as much. But that would be courtesy of that timber wolf. Which would be a cool thing to tame, but I'd imagine they're also quite dangerous. I might send a small hunting party out to handle it. Hey, you found a toque to wear. Nice. Does that affect nudists, though? No, it doesn't. Good. It is worn out, though, so it's -3, but that's fine. Your plus 20 for being happily neutered is going to significantly counter that. I should make a cowboy hat for you. Cowboy hat improves your social by like 15 or 20%. Makes these trade prices a little bit nicer. Man. Really don't have much at all. Never mind. Could take a prisoner. Steadfast, sensitive, and dislikes women. It's tempting. Because you're not a tribe, you're just a straight up outlander town, so I'd be fighting normal people. It's really tempting. Like, really, really tempting. I won't. I'll hold off on it. It's fine. Gonna go for it. Well, hunt it. Often attack when harmed, yeah. So just cancel and we'll just manual control this here. Yeah, it's got a fucked up leg. So you can easily cut it. No, don't go there. There you go. Haul it. One less threat to have to worry about. They will, if they're hungry enough, they will actually hunt you. I've had wargs do that in the past, and I didn't even realize there were wargs over there, and then I was out there, I think, mining, and a warg attacked, and could absolutely not defend myself against it, because 1v1 against a warg in melee is a really, really bad idea, especially when you're armed with anything like a gun or a cheap shiv. You would need like a proper, probably like plasteel longsword or something like that to really handle it. And Jude's idle, like proper idle. Because you don't haul and clean. So if there's nothing to build, I guess research. I suppose we can't afford to do researching already. Tool cabinet 200 steel, that didn't get any cheaper. Ugh. It improves the speed at which you craft stuff, but it costs a lot to do. I'm looking for a research bench, which is production. Yeah. Oh, I can just build the high-tech research bench straight away. Oh, okay. But it's a big steel and component investment. And it is also electronic, so it would need to be indoors. Ugh. I see. We'll just go simple. Consume 75 wood, yeah, that'll be just fine. Throw it just down there, I'll be okay, I think. And then build you a stool. Chop the wood in the area. And we'll be researching... I don't know. Requires electric smelting for that. Could do brewing, but I would need a hops. I really should be doing hydroponics. Research prerequisites electricity. You can start the game without electricity researched? That would probably suck. That might just be a default tribe thing. I guess we could go electric smelting. Or machining. Craft guns and stuff. It's locked though. That's all locked because I can't even queue it up without a research bench built. Fine. I don't know what I want first. I didn't think I'd be researching quite this early. We're in fall, but it's still snowing because it's cold enough, which is a pain in the ass. Because that means we'll have to zone up a snow clearing area. There, that'll work. Clear that. Because otherwise, train will slow you down, and it slows you down a lot. Really fucked up the placement of that. There we go. It's getting cold out. I might need to start doubling up heaters. So I'll do that preemptively. The bedroom should be fine because they're all vented up and sharing. I set up really quickly just some really basic positions for us to defend and set up some of the stone chunks for hauling, but we got a zone here so we can hang out on this side for that attack or this side for that attack. We've got down here this guy set up for down there, and the right I made it a bit smaller. I won't have them move these rocks until I really need them to, but having them there won't be a huge issue. That just means that it takes people a little longer to climb over. They will probably end up using like that as cover when we're standing right here and firing, so eventually it'll need to go, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. There's also that I need to get rid of and all sorts of stuff. I get to clear out trees and move the stone chunks, and there's a lot to it's a lot to manage. It's kind of a pain defending from multiple areas, but well, I do it to myself by not funneling enemies and stuff like that. I don't do the kill zones and all that. It's a bit boring. So that's how I do it. And eventually we'll be setting up multiple turrets. I might eventually lock off a certain area, like maybe up north. I'll just like wall it up and put a couple turrets on the other side of the wall to prevent enemies from, well, to make them not really want to come and attack us from that direction. Because they will go through mountains and they will go through walls and stuff like that. They'll like set up sappers to blow their way through, or they'll just have people go down there and mine. But if you have turrets on the other side of the wall, they'll be less likely to do that. They'll try to find a different way in because they know there's turrets over there. So you can try to deter them. There's really not much out there to hunt, which is a shame. I thought I'd have a little longer before snowfall. Winter came a little earlier than I thought, which means we don't have the food stockpile that I wanted, nor do we really have enough clothing. I mean, I guess it's a hell of a run for them down there. I was hoping they'd come a bit closer, but I don't really have any other alternatives. There are just like little squirrels and raccoons hanging out, but they're really not worth much. There's that guy way up there. Yeah, I mean, we'll go for it. It's a little dangerous hunting giant packs like that. There we go. Because there is the chance that when you attack one, the entire pack will aggro onto you, and then you'll have to just haul ass and run. But the elk speed is 4.84. Oh shit. They are faster than you. So we'll just have to hope that doesn't happen. Because if it does, I don't think he can get away in time.